Hey, this is Mark with the Practical Still. We're going back to the bottle on the Elijah Craig 18. I got really fortunate in a little club thing I'm in that I got a chance to buy this bottle. I always wanted one. It's a Heaven Hill Bourbon, of course. It is 18 years old. These are single barrels, and I never had it. And I paid $150 for it, which is retail, but is an awful lot of money, especially for a 90 proof whiskey. But it's helping me sort some things out because on this side of the table, we have some Heaven Hill whiskey that I quite enjoy. I really like it. I've had a lot of these McKenna 10 single barrel bottled and bond bottles. They're all really good, but some of them have blown me away. I've had quite a few, not quite a few, I've had a few of the 7-year-old Heaven Hill bottled and bond bourbons. They're all delicious. But I've had a bunch of these Elijah Craig barrel proofs, and frankly, I don't really like any of them. This one, which is batch B521, that's gotten rave reviews, has been a little better than most, but frankly, I spend most of these bottles thinking, I don't know, I just don't like it. It's a little bitter on the end. It's kind of acrid. It's not as pleasant oak taste. It's just not happy. At some point in the bottle, I enjoy it a little bit, and I've tried proofing them down. I've come to think that I just don't like Heaven Hill Bourbon once it hits about 10 years old. So this is kind of the limit. And so this guy is quite a bit older than that. And frankly, I think that's probably why they proof it down to 90. Because any higher, that long in the barrels, it just accentuates the bitterness that I feel in these 12-year-old barrels. I could be way off base. What do I know? But I'm hoping this guy helps me sort it out. This is a private barrel from a local store in Boulder called Hazel's, and it happens to be 10 years old at barrel proof. So it's the age here, but it's the barrel proof here. It's a single barrel like this one. We'll see if they pick the good one, but I'm hoping it sorts things out. But I just think that Heaven Hill Bourbon, once it gets to be that old, just doesn't suit my palate. That's all to say, we need to come back and taste this guy. Because when we first opened this one, we did this one, if you remember, in Dan's backyard. It was really good. It's been really enjoyable. But, oh boy, the smell. Oh, the nose is just sweet. But it's been hit and miss too. And I definitely would not pay $150 for this bottle again. It just wasn't that good. Yeah. So it's good. It's tasty. But on the finish, it's just bitter. Some people like that bitter oak, that dry oak flavor. I don't particularly care for it. The nose on this one is beautiful. It's sweet and floral. The first part of the palate, same thing, sweet and floral. But once it passes by, and frankly, it's a little thin on the tongue, which you wouldn't think an 18-year-old whiskey would be. It's a little thin, the mouthfeel's not great, and it is bitter on the end. So, glad I got a chance to buy it. It's got a cool little topper that I'll keep, little metal inset. It's kind of expensive. But, and these don't bring a ton of money beyond retail, but I won't buy it again. But I'd love to know what you think. Have you ever had one of those, and were you happy with what you paid for it? Have you had one of these barrel proofs that isn't 12 years old, that's a little bit younger? What do you think of these two? What do you think of all this stuff? It's just whiskey, but it tastes important. Cheers.